Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to another episode of Deus Ex The Fall. Before we hop back into the game, we've just gone through what I feel like was the tutorial mission, and I feel like we are 20% done with the game. Like Scavenger here, collect 2,000 credits hidden in the world, 20% done. Hack the planet, 20% done. Smackdown, 40% done. Uh, we played for a couple hours at most, and we went into a really late opening. Uh, spend 9,000 credits in the store is only 11% done, but that's just because I haven't really spent money shopping. Spend 20 praxis points on augments, well, 25% done. Eat 25 energy bars, haven't figured it out. Uh, so, of the achievements here, it looks like we're already at least 1/5 of the way done through when we're done with the tutorial. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that this game just ends at a to be continued. I don't know if I've mentioned that before because I've slept since the last recording, but yeah, this game is unfinished. And in between the last recording and this recording, Deus Ex Mankind Divided announced their scheme for pre-ordering. It's called Augment Your Pre-Order, and it has 5 tiers. The first tier, let you get to pick one custom pack, which is a custom skin, and then several things that would improve your quality of the game in a little bit, because it'll give you a praxis point to so you could unlock things right at the beginning. It will give you a gun. It will give you uh, other points and items and credits. So right off the bat, you're gonna have a different experience if you pre-order, but you only get to pick one of those of the 3 optional pre-order things from tier 1. Then tier 2 is like a digital art book, or I think tier 3, I could be wrong about a lot of this since it's so new, is a exclusive level which you won't get to play. If the word exclusive means exclusive, you won't get to play if you pre-order it. Tier 4 I think is a uh, digital movie or something, and Tier 4 is something else. I don't, maybe the soundtrack. And then Tier 5 is the most newest things I've ever heard of. If enough people pre-order to unlock Tier 5, the game will be released 4 days early. Which, from a corporate negotiation point, is something new, something very new and very strange. But for the average player, it probably doesn't mean that much. As a YouTuber, if I got a video of Mankind Divided 4 days earlier than everyone else, that's very important. But if everybody gets the video 4 days early, well then nothing really changes. That's not going to help me or hurt me, really. It will hurt me as somebody who usually doesn't pre-order games, but I'm starting to lean more and more through experiencing the falls, through seeing what are some widely agreed upon sleazy pre-order tactics. It's a Kickstarter type mentality. Yes, if enough people Kickstarter this game that's already finished or close to being finished, will give you rewards of things that have been taken out of the game. Uh, Pre-order and store exclusives. It mixes store exclusives in a lot of ways too. I don't think, so far I haven't heard that they're actually doing any store exclusives. Uh, but if you can only pick one of tier 1 for your pre-order option, then you are effectively not going to be able to get all of the things. Maybe there will be a collector's edition, maybe there will be a Game of the Year edition a year later, and that's just more reason not to pre-order at all. In fact, it's almost always the wrong thing to pre-order, the wrong thought. It's not worth it. It's gambling. It's straight up gambling. But yeah, so that's new. Everybody's talking about it, but not very many people are talking about the fact that this is the fall, and this is the game that has been latest released from Eidos, not Human Revolution. This cell phone game. So if you really want to say Eidos is selling out its products and just trying to make a quick buck, don't say it only for their pre-order shenanigans. Remember, they've already done the fall. So we're gonna go to Panama, which I think is the biggest area. I think it's probably gonna be where we do most of our stuff. And let's continue the story now.
Read me. I'm in Panama City.
How does it feel to get back into the world? A breath of fresh air, huh?
I wouldn't exactly call it fresh.
Just try not to draw attention to yourself. So who's this guy you're looking for?
Dr. Alvarez Araujo. I'll let you know when I find him.
So, unlike the tutorial mission, where we were just wandering around, taking people out and fighting. And I can't jump down here because there's no jump button in this game. A lot of what Human Revolution was about walking around and dealing with normal people walking around. Here's our map, and it doesn't look like it's too huge of an area, much like Human Revolution. Strange in how it's limited sometimes. It's very strange. So we can talk to civilians.
You think you scared me with your shiny arm out? Maybe you should try living here with the gangsters. We'll see how long you last.
But so we can't search luggage, but we can search garbage.
Mi hermana, she's been telling me how this city is getting overrun with criminals and gangsters. I didn't believe her before, but now, she might be right.
I can't read her reading the ebook. You can definitely tell that this mentality of the future was first thought up in probably about a decade ago, in the fact that there's so many pocket secretaries and ebooks.
You gotta have some real chacaras to walk around with those gangbangers.
Let's talk to this drug addict.
Que lo que hay, gringo? You're looking for some action or something?
So we want to be as thorough as possible. Fire extinguisher.
Word of advice, partner, stay away from the slums. Some gangbangers hold up in a building there, claiming as their turf now.
Immerse yourself in taste. So we're trying to get just a handle on what things are important and what things aren't. Like the telephone or these ATMs. Telephones and ATMs. Ticket machines. Apparently broken, or they just automatically scan you as you walk through.
I used to live down by where Rio Dorado was until those skulls started shooting up the place. Soon as I saw that happening, I knew I wasn't gonna live there anymore.
Okay, so one of the things that occurs to me is that they're putting these civilians here. They spent some time, or they purchased some pre-made 3D models of people, and this is taking up space for a cell phone game. It's something that is normal that you would expect from a heavy object too heavy to move. But this is really why a game like this can't be a cell phone game. This is not where cell phone games and their lack of storage are going to thrive in having to start reuse 3D assets over and over again, because that's what we're going to start seeing quite a lot. We're going to start seeing the same suitcases, the same people maybe, the same trash cans. Now I want to move this, but it's too heavy. So if I go here and I go to the store, I don't have any proximate points. If I wanted to move heavy objects, it would cost 1. So if I go to the store here, well, apparently I can eat those. If I had 2,500 victory dollars or whatever, I could use that. So this is kind of a store and an inventory all together. Interesting. But apparently I can't sell anything, so there's, I think, some other things I want to do. The crossbow, I think you want to put some modifications on those at some point. There's so much of the regular game that's in this that shouldn't be in it. Is the real truth of it. Is if they had scaled down. Okay, so look at how big this area is. It's not that big. If they had just scaled down and done just a hacking game, then that would have been fine. Or if they had just done a info app, which doesn't even work. Oh, do I want to use the vending machine? Let's do it once. What happened? Well, it's either not taking my dollar bills or my credits or whatever, or something else happened. Here's a whole section that's closed off that we might come back to. It would be a good idea if we came back and had to do a whole mission in this area. That'd be one way to save. Let's see. Raising is la morte. Okay, resin, the drug that we're trying to get, is the death. So, yeah, the drug we're trying to get right there on the wall, it's saying it's no good. Wondering if I'm wasting money by clicking on these. Okay. Let's look around. I want to play thoroughly. But yeah, we can already start seeing ATMs and telephones. How many ATMs and telephones do you need in a train station? And here we go. Drug addict.
Hey, so pa, loco. That's a nice looking augmentation you have there. With a shiny arm like that, I bet you can't afford anything.
So, same face. Already hit it. Couldn't even go the same area. Could use this vent. I need to figure out the map of where it wants me to go, though. Yeah, it wants me to go up this way, so I don't want to go that way yet. I personally just morally think that they should have emphasized more about the alcohol and drug stuff.
I don't know what's worse. The gangbangers hold up in these slums, or those cabronos who keep heating up the dirty cleaning. No offense.
So, there's a number 2 keypad hack. My point there is, I'm fine with a game letting you drink alcohol and take drugs, but I think there should always be a negative effect, and because there's a real world to it, or at the very least they should clearly say this is like some kind of future world where drugs and alcohol don't affect you anymore because they're special or your body's augmented.
A friend of mine tried to steal from the gangbangers not too long ago. I haven't heard from him since.
Now, they are, I guess, to defend them, we are talking to people labeled drug addicts, so it does come up. It's just, at the very beginning it didn't say, don't do these.
Nightshades is incredible. Even worth coming down to this
Or you'll get drunk.
shithole for.
I think I already read that ebook, yeah. Still get that little bit of a delay when you read an ebook, too. We've got a couple of vents we can look at, and then just closed off sections and bathrooms and more. Somebody would have to clean off that screen, and I don't see why you put a TV screen in front of a urinals. That makes no sense. Or this, you can't even look at yourself, there's no mirror, but maybe in the future, since everybody's so augmented, they don't want to look at themselves. It's believable. We found out the toilets were usable, but not these. Also, these toilets look tiny. Pretty tiny. So let's use this vent and see what goes. Traveler. Takes us right there. So it doesn't seem like we're gonna get it. Need to do that for the moment at least, but we got some experience for doing it. I think that's helpful. We got the office passcode, so now we can get into that office if we can't hack it, which is literally the statement, if we can't hack it. I'll try to and get the experience. I need experience because I want to get praxis points, and I need the praxis points because I want to move that large item. And look what was behind there, because I bet there's probably a praxis point behind that. Okay. So. We're going back to the mouse. Interesting, I only have 4 attempts now. So let's... Where do we start? Let's hack. Hacker capture program not high enough. Interesting. So I can't even hack it. You can't even do it. Probably could do that though. Sadly. Oh well. Let's get in there. Potentially losing experience points, but let's face it, there's no reason to max out your character to every single unlock in this game. It's just not long enough. If they had continued the game, it may have made sense. Stop warm. Look down here. Here's a computer I can try and hack.
Sapphire Biotech claims its miracle drug, Rhizine, will revolutionize the lives of those suffering from augmentation rejection syndrome, a condition known as DDS, while simultaneously bringing some much-needed competition.
There we go. Turn off the TV. So we have a computer with a level 1 hack. We have a new ID file, and we have a safe with this, with a level 2 hack, which means we still need to do the level 2 hack because I can't go to the safe and hack it. Yep, nope. So we need to get our hacking program up. We're already in a strange situation where we need both our hacking program and our well, we know where this goes now, so we don't need that upgraded. That's good news. So now we can put our next praxis point directly into the hacking ability. Alright. I promised some hacking, we'll do some hacking. We're gonna start here and we go here, right? No, it's not that.
Access granted.
User credentials decrypted, device unlocked. That was easy. Resafe, you got it, boss. Is there anything else you can think of that give you go? Night. Passcode is 7712. So, yeah, you hack the computer, then you've got the passcode to open the safe. Some credits, 190 credits, 223 credits. How many do we have now? We have 889 credits. So imagine a game that looks better than this, that is a lot more open area headers, and in pretty much every way is better, and that is Human Revolution, so far at least. And so far from what I've seen of this game, and that came out before this game. The Fall, the story, it's a fun story. It could have been released as a AAA title game. Could have been released as an attempt at episodic releases of a AAA title game, but making it a cell phone game is just like unacceptable. Alright, so now we're on the boardwalk. Let's look at what the map looks like compared to what that map says. Have something here, we have something here, and we have something there. So, police do exist in this world, although it seems like there's extra people that act as the police all the time, and they seem to either be immune from legal prosecution or working with the police as private military contractors, PMCs. New kind of trash can to search. Panama City, where the boats cross. So I guess I need to be pretty thorough. I don't have to jump, and with a lack of jumping means a lack of having to look up high for anything. Lim International.
Look at this guy. Another mutated freak.
Just take the energy
You
bar.
looking for trouble? You got none here, Panna.
The boardwalk is turning to shit. Body parts wash up on the beach like seashells.
Same guy. This guy's new. On air with Eliza. I guess I could do that. And that's not what I did. Interesting. It says press forward and hit A. And when I do, it puts me here. Which, luckily I could get out of that. Some of the places in Human Revolution you could go inside a few stores, but not all of them. The vast majority of stores. So I could attack the riot cop? Interesting.
Take it in, my friend. Enjoy the nightlife while you can.
So I could just punch him if I wanted to.
The gangs, they got better weapons than the police. You better watch yourself.
They've got the Sky Trade running 24 hours to keep up with our increased population.
That is one problem of this future, is that there is just far too many people around. And it kind of smacks right in the face of the whole augments and limb clinic thought, because if you're having a problem with increased overpopulation, you'd think people that got injured, they'd just kind of silently let them die on operating tables. Just not try quite as hard as to put an actual artificial body together for them.
I'm heading straight to see my girl Yuvia in Nightshades.
Apparently Nightshades is a nightclub of some sort. We have a locked door, and this, I can't open it, and it just gives me the beep. Let's see, what does the map say? So we could try to hack that. Will we get in trouble if somebody sees us hacking? I don't think we would. We seem not to get in trouble for picking up food right off the counter and credits off the counters this time. Here they're blocking us so we can't get in there. I imagine some of these doors were eventually gonna at the beginning be interval. Here's Nightshades. Now, Human Revolution is a rated M game, so there might, just might, be a situation where something that is not allowed on YouTube has to be edited out. I don't think so. That'd be kind of weird on a cell phone game, but it might be the case. That's the danger when I start hearing about Nightshades.
Isn't the view beautiful?
I don't know what's worse. The gangbangers hold up in these slums, or those cabronos who keep eating up the dirty clean. No offense.
Nightshades is the club near the waterfront. The price for a drink is more than I make in a week.
Interesting. get them all off the hook. Change level here. Not ready to change the level.
I'm looking for my niño Jorge. He looked so sickly the last time I saw him, and that was days ago.
You haven't seen your little boy in days? I think you're selling me a sap story. But maybe not. Pocket secretary, passcode. We got some new passcode. Oops, I didn't mean to bring that weapon out. How do you put it up? Y button puts it up. Take the credits, sitting there in the phone. Can't go down this way. This was in Human Revolution too, that you were in Detroit in the middle of a riot and a lot of streets were just blocked off. And man, you need to do something better than that. That's the truth is you just need to have bigger areas. They shoot for big areas. I don't think they're particularly experienced, the game creators, of making big areas. And so they shoot for it, they try, and that is definitely admirable.
Every once in a while, we get a call to escort some poor people Joe in Nightshades downtown. But the bouncer does a pretty good job of keeping the chusma out.
I think we got the password to this.
Back up, senor.
Yep. So let's hack this.
You know you're not supposed to be here.
This guy is talking to me, so either I'm gonna have to take him out or I'm gonna have to wait for him to leave.
This place seems to be nice, safe too. But with the guns and the topos,
I'm just gonna casually walk away from him as he's talking, since nothing is saying matters. The use button is the pull out your gun button too. Boy, is that not how you want your controls to work.
Nightshades is incredible.
I would watch your back around here. And if you're smart, you'll stay out of the slums as well. Don't trust anyone.
So... What was that?
Are you there? What's wrong?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just a dizzy spell. I'm fine.
Be careful.
That was something more than a dizzy spell. So that's where I'm supposed to go, and apparently I'm gonna have to do some other stuff.
We just can't make any ground in the slums.
the drugs are destroying us. Our kids, they make it in one of their medicines.
Here's another area, but unless this wasn't blocked off at some point in the future, you can't get back through here. Which is really strange. It's a really strange situation to feel. So we've been around this area, and we've looked at everything. I theoretically could run around and knock out all the police if I needed to, but I don't see a reason to. Let's hack this, and then we'll call it an episode. Let's see, where am I and where's the goal? Let's see.
Request granted.
Okay. That's good, but the one problem with this mini thing is because we didn't act fast enough, we didn't get this extra cash, which would have given us extra credits or something. And that's a little annoying. We get the 25 experience, which is probably the most important thing. Concussion grenade, pistol ammo. Definitely stuff worthwhile. ID file. And we found like 3 ID files already, which is a ridiculously high amount. More evidence in my mind that this game is going to be done real fast. Maybe we'll have to run back through this area and deal with the police and fight them later on. But yeah, right now it just feels like we're doing more and more of this game. So here's Nightshades, here's where we're supposed to go, and here's a different section. So we don't have any praxis points yet. We can't afford any praxis points even though we're collecting all of this stuff. We're looking for Alvarez Owano, and I bet he will have us come back around and look for things. But what I'm gonna do is end the episode here, and then I will start the next episode right here, and we will go into Nightshades and see what that's about. If there happens to be something that needs to be edited out, I will edit it out and explain what you missed in the next episode. But that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.